Louisiana Beer Reviews Corona Familiar. The canned version. Well, I've never seen the canned version before, but I saw it last week at Racetrack. Two 24-ounce cans for $6. Is that a good deal? Not really. $1.50 a 12-ounce. But then Corona's expensive. Why is that? Because it's that great? No. It's because of the brand recognition, the following. Millions of people a day love to drink Corona. All right. It's like Jack Daniels. Is it really that great? No. It's just really that popular. Or Budweiser or Bud Light. I don't hate on these products. I'm just telling you, you're buying. I'm saying you're buying the brand. You're buying the brand. All right. Yeah, the can's kind of beat up, but every can on that rack at the racetrack was kind of beat up. I've seen these distributor guys load up beer. Jam, jam, jam. They're just beating, jamming, and mistreating all of the products. La cerveza más fina, the more fine beer, made in Mexico. 4.8% now. The regular Corona for the United States of America market is 4.6. If you get it in England, it's 4.5. But 4.6. This is 4.8, a slightly higher alcohol version. Nava, Mexico, imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois. Cerveceria Modelo. I'm not going to try to interpret these hieroglyphics, date code. I remember when these only came in the quart bottles, Corona Familiar. Now I don't have a Corona glass. I got an old Schaefer beer glass, though. And I'm wearing Schlitz. This makes no consistency sense, right? Brand inconsistency. Ooh. You got your yellow and brown with red can design. I like it. I really do like it. Another thing I like about Corona Familiar, it's always been sold in brown bottles, brown quart bottles. Now the brown 12-ounce bottles. Protects the beer, no skunkiness. Thick white head, clear straw appearance. Bubbly like cray. bubbly as fabulous. But seriously, when I first started seeing Familiar around 10 years ago, I researched it, and apparently it was just Corona Extra in a big jug. Even the cap said Corona Extra. That's all it said. And it was listed under the Grupo Modelo website as part of Corona. And some people that knew Spanish, they said, it just means the big size bottle, Familiar. It's not a separate product. But at some point in the last 10 years, and I don't know at which point that occurred, maybe 3 years ago, it really became its own. Started showing up in California in the brown 12-ounce bottles. Then, about a year ago, 2 years ago, the Corona USA website was updated, and they started showing Familiar as its own brand with a higher ABV. They don't list the IBUs. The Corona Extra is 18 IBUs. This will probably be about 20, 18. Bitterness units be about 20, I think, probably a little bit more. Anyway, it's water, barley malt, unmalted cereal grains, which probably means almost for sure Mexican corn starch or corn flour, corn grits or something Mexican corn product, and yeast and hops, then yeast. Yeah, you get pungent beer aroma, Mexican beer, like the fermented grain product. You know what I'm talking about? It's a multi-grain beer, barley and corn. Don't they tell you to eat multi-grain bars and multi-grain cereal? Here's your multi-grain drink. Something about Mexican corn. It doesn't taste like American corn. I know it's different, but I can never describe what's different. Some stores sell the Mexican corn flour, which you make the tortillas. If you just smell the flour, you can smell it through the bag, or some spills out and you smell it. It doesn't smell like American corn flour at all. United States of American corn flour. No way. Light to medium body, like low medium, but it's 156 calories, more than normal. 156. It's getting a little up into the calorie area. Because Budweiser is 5%, but it's 145 calories. I'm pretty sure. Crisp finish, but this is super drinkable. This beer, you could just guzzle it like madness, like mad. I always did like regular Corona Extra. Never liked Corona Light too much. I mean, it has a good flavor, but it's just too light. The Premier is just way too light. The Familiar, I like it. It's got a little more character than the regular Corona. Same price, a little more character. It was only in 2014 they started selling Corona on draft. The Extra. That's a clean. That's a clean beer. Now, do they make Corona Familiar for the Mexican market? Like in Mexico City? I don't recall seeing it on the Grupo Modelo website. All right, I see it on the Corona USA website. The Nava, right? The Nava Mexico plant is for the U.S. market. Nava. I don't know why I was saying Nava. Never seen any English beer reviewers talk about Familiar. I haven't seen too many American reviewers talk about Familiar. But hey, I say go for it. It's a real winner. I would score this 94 out of 100. Yeah, it's a common score I give beers. Why is that? There are so many beers on the market that are most excellent. A minus, A minus, A minus, A minus, A. Just keeps going. Some people seem to get angry about that, me saying that. I don't see that as a bad thing. It seems like a benefit to me. Like you say, well, I'm going to drink these 1,000 brands I got lined up. It's 1,000 beer brands lined up. 95% of them are going to score in the 90s. Seems like kind of a good thing to me. But that's just me. So anyway, Laissez Les Bon Temps Relais, a most excellent product. But I mean, I always like Corona anyway. Even when I didn't even realize until I started doing beer reviews in 2009 that people didn't like Corona. I never knew that. I swear I never knew that. I always thought everybody I ever knew in regular life liked Corona beer, Corona Extra. And then I started reading beer reviews, and I was like, what? What are you talking about? Terrible, horrible, it's filth. I was like, I didn't know they had people that didn't like this beer. It was news to me. So I liked it even before I realized I wasn't supposed to like it. So Laissez Les Bon Temps Relais, y'all come on down to warm, humid southeastern Louisiana.